Hi everyone. In this class, let us see about the propulsion efficiency in jet propulsion and also in rocket propulsion. So we will understand how the this propulsion efficiency varies between jet propulsion and rocket propulsion, and we will define it and also will derive the equation for both, so that this will be much useful for you to understand the importance of propulsion efficiency. So first we will define and derive the propulsion efficiency for jet propulsion, and and then we will do it for the rocket propulsion. So first we will do it for jet propulsion. So the jet propulsion, the propulsion efficiency defined as the that means it is a measure of the effectiveness of uh, is the measure of the effectiveness of the kinetic energy. Kinetic energy imparted. Kinetic energy imparted to the fluid is converted into useful work. So, so that means how much amount of kinetic energy is imparted to the fluid, and how that is converted into useful work. So that is what defines the that is what says in the propulsion efficiency. That's why we say it is a measure of the effectiveness of the kinetic energy imparted to the fluid is converted into useful work. So now we'll derive this equation. Uh, First, in the propulsion efficiency for deriving the propulsion efficiency, first of all, we should know the kinetic energy of the energy entering into the inlet and the kinetic energy exiting from the nozzle or outlet. So, in jet propulsion, it is nothing but a nozzle. So, we will see the kinetic energy uh, entering into the inlet. So that is nothing but mass flow rate of air into VA square. So nothing but of m square is nothing but that is what kinetic energy we define. So m dot A into VA square by 2. And similarly, we can write kinetic energy exiting from the nozzle, from the outlet or nozzle. So generally, that is nothing but nozzle. So we say m dot A into 1 plus f V square by 2 minus m dot A dA square by 2. So this is what about kinetic energy exiting from the outlet. So now we got the both the kinetic energies, and then if you take the difference of these two, then we will be getting the propulsive power. So our propulsive power, uh, this one come actually is, so our propulsive power is nothing but kinetic energy exit from the outlet minus kinetic energy entering into the inlet. So that is what m dot into 1 plus f into v square by 2 minus m dot a into v square by 2. So here this f is nothing but fuel air ratio. So that means mass flow rate of the fuel divided by mass flow rate of the air. So that is what I will say fuel air ratio. So here, because once it enters into the combustion chamber where fuel will be added, and then that mixed product only goes goes out through the nozzle or outlet. So that is why we have to take the mixture of both, so that we know very well. And then now we got the propulsive power, and then thrust power. We have a thrust power. So we know how we are calculating the thrust in the jet propulsion. So generally, thrust will be a combination of both momentum thrust and pressure thrust. So pressure thrust is omitted because of the less quantity or less value comparing with the momentum thrust. So that is also for simplification of the thrust equation, and also for that will be used for uh, other quantity like the propulsion efficiency. So in the propulsion efficiency, this will be much useful. So we just say m dot into m dot a into 1 plus f into v minus va into va. So this is what about thrust power. So we got propulsive power and we got the thrust power, and then now we have to find out the propulsive efficiency. Uh, so that is nothing but propulsive efficiency, nothing but thrust power divided by propulsive power. So this is what meant by propulsive efficiency in the defining elements. So we will just the thrust power is nothing but m dot a into 1 plus f into VA minus VA into VA is that is the aircraft flight velocity or aircraft velocity we say, and then this is nothing but m dot A into 1 plus f into VA V square by 2 minus m dot A into VA square by 2. So this is what about propulsion efficiency. Now this further has to be simplified. How we will be simplifying further is the is so before simplifying our fuel air ratio is nothing but mass flow rate of fuel divided by mass flow rate of air. This mass flow rate of fuel will be very much small compared with the mass flow rate of air, especially in turbojet engines. So it will be we say mass flow rate of air will be sorry fuel will be very small than mass flow rate of air. This will be around 1 or 2%, 2% of mass flow rate of m dot is mass flow rate of fuel will be m dot would be around 1 or 2% of mass flow rate of air. So because of this reason, what happened? We are omitting the fuel air ratio. So once you omit the fuel air ratio and also the this one mass flow rate of air and both the numerator and denominator if you derive it, if you cancel out, then this will become propulsive efficiency equal to uh, V minus here we are just cancelling out this and then this F also. So once you neglect all those and cancel out, and then we are getting V minus VA into VA divided by 1 plus, sorry, it is nothing but V square by 2 minus VA square by 2. So this is what we got finally. And this further can be simplified. V minus VA. Uh, then this 2 can be taken to the numerator. 2 divided by into VA divided by V minus VE minus VA into VE minus VE plus VE. So this term can be cancelled out and remaining will be 2 VA divided by VE plus VA. So this we got it. So this equation further can be simplified. Uh, then our propulsion efficiency becomes 2 VA by VE plus VA. So this can be that means divided by both numerator and denominator by using VE. We are dividing by VE on both numerator and denominator. Then this becomes 2 into VA by VE divided by 1 plus VA by VE. So this actually further becomes NT equal to 2 sigma divided by 1 plus sigma. So where sigma is nothing but VA by VE. So this is what about propulsion efficiency, where sigma we call it as speed ratio. This is nothing but speed ratio. Speed ratio. This is sigma. So this is how we are arriving the propulsion efficiency in jet propulsion, and we will see how we are getting the propulsion efficiency equation for rocket propulsion, and then both then we can compare both and we can understand better both the efficiencies. So for the rocket propulsion, this efficiency is defined. So for rocket propulsion, this efficiency is defined as the in rocket propulsion, this efficiency defined as the, and it says that it determines uh, determines how much amount of kinetic energy, kinetic energy, kinetic energy of the exhaust jet. The exhaust jet is useful in propelling the vehicle. Useful in propelling the vehicle. So this is what the mean by propulsion efficiency in rocket propulsion for the rocket vehicles. And so we will see how to derive this equation of the propulsion efficiency in rocket propulsion. So generally we say propulsion efficiency there we found out in different way, and here it will be in different way. We say it is nothing but vehicle power divided by vehicle power. In mathematical way we are writing like this: vehicle power plus residual kinetic energy of the exhaust jet. Residual kinetic energy of the exhaust jet. So this is what mean by propulsive efficiency in rocket propulsion. And the vehicle power is nothing but we can say it is nothing but propulsive power. Yes. So then, uh, if you write vehicle power is nothing but thrust into U. U is nothing but vehicle velocity. You can say it is a vehicle velocity. So F into U divided by F into U plus residual kinetic energy of the exhaust jet is nothing but of m dot p into C minus U whole square. M dot P here we are writing is nothing but mass flow rate of the propellant, and someday we can say mass flow rate. Sometimes we will say mass flow rate, and sometimes we will say mass flow rate of the propellant in the rocket propulsion. But both are one and the same, so no change, no difference. So and C is nothing but effective exhaust velocity in rocket propulsion, and U is nothing but vehicle velocity. So how this is going to be further simplified? So that is the propulsion efficiency. And NP becomes F into U. Now, okay, so this equation has to be further simplified, and I am going to divide it by mass flow rate of the propellant on both numerator and denominator. So, divide it by mass flow rate of the propellant on both numerator and denominator, it becomes NP equal to F by m dot into U divided by F into F by m dot into U plus of into C minus U whole square. So now it becomes like this, and how this is further going to be simplified because F by m dot is nothing but effective exhaust velocity. This is U C into U divided by C into U plus of this we can expand by using the formula that means C square minus U square plus U square minus 2CU. Then this 2 can be taken to the numerator. If you take into the numerator, this will become 2CU divided by 2CU plus C square plus U square minus 2CU. So when you yes, we can cancel out these two terms. The remaining is Z is. So propulsion efficiency becomes 2Cu by C square plus U square. So this is what remaining. So then this further can be simplified by using C square. That means effective exhaust velocity in rocket propulsion. So if you divide it by C square on numerator and denominator, it becomes 2U by C divided by 1 plus U by C whole square. So this is U by C, we are saying is nothing but sigma. We say it is nothing but speed ratio in rocket propulsion. So this again is further we can write it like this. So our propulsion efficiency becomes 2 into sigma divided by 1 plus sigma square. So this is what propulsion efficiency in rocket propulsion. And in jet propulsion, we know that propulsion efficiency becomes 2 sigma divided by 1 plus sigma. So we must understand here only sigma, here sigma square. But in both the way we call it sigma is nothing but a speed ratio. But the velocity components are different. In the case of jet propulsion, the velocity component is nothing but u, that means VA divided by VE. That means aircraft velocity divided by exit velocity of the jet. So or jet velocity we can say. And whereas here it is nothing but flight velocity divided by effective exhaust velocity. So that is how we are defining for both propulsion efficiencies. And you must understand the difference between this component and this component. This is for the rocket propulsion, and this is for jet propulsion. And where the how the speed ratio varies, that also you must understand. This is the speed ratio for rocket propulsion, and this is the speed ratio for jet. Sorry, yeah, this is the speed ratio for jet propulsion. So this is what about propulsion efficiency, and remain the rest of the efficiency same only. That means our thermal efficiency. We always say that it is nothing. It is a ratio of the power output to the power input. That is the thermal efficiency generally we define. And then overall efficiency nothing but it is a product of both thermal efficiency and from propulsion efficiency. It means the overall efficiency generally we say thermal efficiency into propulsion efficiency. So this is what we say overall efficiency. So this is what about efficiencies, especially the propulsion efficiencies in the rocket propulsion and the jet propulsion. Thank you.